Tomatoes are one of the most popular vegetables, but there are so many different types of tomatoes to choose from, and so many different ways to grow them. This video is useful for both commercial and home growing. Tomato, or the species Solanum lycopersicum, belongs to the Solanaceae or potato family, which includes some other vegetables such as eggplants, potatoes and peppers. Tomatoes are usually upright, green, annual plants around 2 meters tall, but there are also prostrate and dwarf types. Fruit is juicy and commonly red, but sometimes yellow, or in other varieties, darker colours. Not all plants in the potato or Solanaceae family are edible though. In fact, some, such as deadly nightshade, are toxic, very toxic to humans. The minimum daytime temperature for growing tomatoes is 18 degrees Celsius and the maximum 27 degrees Celsius. Plants can survive outside of this temperature range, but they're unlikely to produce tomatoes and perform very well at all. Commercial crops may be grown in either soil or hydroponics, in greenhouses or outside. Amateur growers may also grow plants in pots. A single container, 15 to 20 litres or larger, may produce sufficient tomatoes for the fresh vegetable needs of 1 or 2 people. If making preserves though, such as sauces, you may need more. A major advantage of pot culture is you can move a pot to a cooler place in the extreme summer heat, then to a warmer place in the autumn, thus extending the growing season. Hydroponics involves growing with the roots sitting in a soil-free environment, allowing greater control over water, nutrition, and disease conditions. Commercial hydroponic production of tomatoes can be highly productive, giving more tomatoes per square metre each week and over a longer period of time. But it can be more expensive to establish in the first place. Soil cultivation requires appropriate soil conditions. Tomatoes need moist, well-drained, acidic and fertile soils. The ideal acidity is pH 5.8 to 6. Soil is commonly formed into raised mounds, then plants are set on top of the mounds, with low channels in between which can drain excess water. One of the more important requirements with moisture is that water levels in the soil are relatively constant. When the soil water levels vary, plants can be more prone to disease, particularly blossom end rot, where the bottom of the tomato starts to rot. Other growing methods include no-dig and straw bale growing. No-dig involves building layers of straw mulch and soil above ground level, effectively creating a sort of compost mound. Plants are then planted into this, and that mound being above ground level is going to drain well. Straw bale growing involves making a hole in the top of a straw bale and then placing a little soil into that hole and finally planting a plant into the soil. Both straw bale and no-dig will supply nutrients to plants as the straw decomposes.